All right, we're going to use the bolster again. If you have a wall or surface handy, we'll be lying down again with hips over bolster, but maybe feet against the wall. So how to measure that? I don't have this down to a science yet, but it's approximately sit with your feet against the wall, close enough that your knees can bend off the floor somewhere between 3 to 6 inches. Where your seat ends up to do that, replace your butt with your bolster. Have your strap in reaching distance. Rest your other hip on your bolster so you can ease down onto your other side and roll onto your back. And again, situate like before, sacrum heavy into the bolster. Breathe the back ribs towards the earth. Exhale, hug right knee to chest. Shoulders back, collarbones wide. So if you're struggling to reach for right knee, use your strap, or you can unfold your roll, your towel, to either hook behind thigh or hook over shin. That can be pretty knee compressive. Send breath into right hip. Exhale, soften the hip, hug your knee in. Straighten left leg out into the wall. Maybe your heel can meet the corner of the wall and floor, but you might have to walk the foot up much higher than that. So nothing that feels too pinchy in your low back. I want you to feel for the stretch in the front of the left thigh, more so as work. So favor the pinky toe pointing up to the sky, the big toe in. Slow, full breath into sacrum and back ribs. Exhale, hug low abdominals in. Put your right foot on the floor. Put your left foot on the floor. Breathe the back ribs towards floor. Exhale, left knee in. And then use your strap. If you can reach with hands, that's cool. But just make sure shoulders, jaw, neck stay relaxed. You've done enough work there. You don't want to undo it. Breathe into left hip. Exhale, hug left thigh in. Soften hip flexors. Extend the right leg, maybe all the way to the wall. If you don't have a wall, again, this is fine with no wall. You might be floating the right foot off the earth without the wall and feel the traction through the hip flexors, front thigh. That works perfectly. We do that in class sometimes. I call it floating psoas. Inhale, low back ribs. Exhale, hug low belly in. Set the left foot down. Set the right foot down. Pick your right foot up. Strap on sole of right foot. Breathe back ribs into floor. Exhale, start to extend right leg. And inhale, bend the knee. Bend and straighten your knee a few times on your own breath rhythm. Breathing some elasticity into the back of the leg. Continue to breathe the back bottom ribs to the floor. Finish with a straightish leg. And use your straps to start to draw small circles with the heel on the ceiling. Leg as relaxed as possible. Soft, gooey hip. Using the strap like you're working a leg puppet. Leg's not doing the work. Circle a few times the other way. Feel for the sacrum tailbone still untucking onto the bolster. Simultaneously, breathe back ribs down. All right. Extend left foot into the wall. And if your heel, again, is not all the way on the floor, that's okay. Maybe it has to be way off the floor. Slide the strap onto the heel of right foot. Again, left leg doesn't have to be all the way lifted or extended. Extended or lowered. Right knee does not have to be all the way extended. In fact, it might bend quite a bit. Sacrum heavy on bolster. Pull down on your heel with your straps. Press your heel back in. Not a lot of effort here, like 10% of your strength. Send breath into right hip. Feel the back of the right hip and the hip socket getting gooey. Like the right hip is spreading out onto your bolster, almost like a cracked egg. And finally, half happy baby. Straps in the right hand, left hand on hip. Bend your right knee out towards your shoulder, or maybe even wider than that. The foot traditionally stays parallel to the ceiling like you're doing a squat. It might not be there today. That's okay. Send breath into right hip. Exhale. Feel for softness in the right groin, right hip crease. Fold the right knee in. Free the foot. Set it down. Move slow. Draw left knee in. Strap around left foot. Breathe back bottom ribs onto mat. Exhale, extend the left leg. Inhale, bend it. And go up and down a few times. Feel for the chin softening down through your throat. I don't usually recommend a pillow in these shapes where the hips are elevated. But if your neck is straining a lot, like its back of neck is nowhere near the earth, then use a little pillow, something small and flat. Neck should not be on the earth, but the space should be small and soft. All right. Little leg puppet circles. Use your straps to stir up within the hip socket. Continue to breathe back bottom ribs down. Reverse your circles. Left leg straight or bent as you please as you send right foot into the wall. If you're not working with a wall, your choice whether right knee is bent or straight. And just like with our oblique toner, if you don't have a bolster or prefer to do this on the floor, do it with no bolster. Yes, it'll feel easier, but this keeps integrity in the low spine is why I like it. Half happy baby, bend left knee out towards left shoulder, left sole of foot flush to ceiling if that's an option today. Right hand helps to keep the right hip from tipping off the bolster. And then bring left knee back to center of chest. That's another dangerous thing about videos. Please don't expect your shapes to look anything like my shapes. These are all about what you're feeling, getting breath into the joints. If this transition works for you, press your feet down, tuck your tailbone up so you can slide your bolster out from underneath your butt, underneath your thighs. If you need to roll off instead, please do. And then we'll finish in Paschimottanasana on the back, both feet in the straps, hips width or closer together or wider, both work. Straps down to the heels. Again, heels right over your hips to begin. Draw down on the heel, press the heel into the strap. I think I forgot to cue that while I was talking on your left leg. Hopefully you remembered to do it. Option is slide the strap to your toes and flex your feet back. If your legs come towards you, that's cool. Keep untucking your tailbone towards the ground, sacrum flat. And bend your knees. Extend one leg out at a time. And rest.